Now, next question, as an NRI, what are the investment avenue available to you? So as I told you, as an NRI PIO cardholder, say cardholder, you can invest in properties, immobile properties. Apart from that, if you want to invest, you can invest in following things, like these are the list of the things. First thing is stock market. Of course, you can invest in equity, which is listed on any recognized stock exchange like NSE, BSE. Other stock exchanges are also there, but these are the major stock exchange. So you can buy a property, you can buy stock, you can buy mutual funds which invest in more than 50% in equities. So basically, the government doesn't allow foreigners to fund our debt, because you understand that debt can be used against us. They allow you to put money in equity and put money in mutual fund, which are equity oriented mutual fund, that is more than 50% put in equity, but they don't allow mostly to invest in the debt. Now, they can invest in ETF, exchange traded fund. They can invest in bonds of PSU. They can also invest in non-convertible redeemable bonds of some big companies which are regulated by FEMA. Then you can invest in debt also, but debts are basically more coming from banks instead of coming from company. Because if somebody take control of that of a company, it's possible that they can control the company also in some or other way. They don't allow it. They can also invest in Indian Depository Receipts, which is called IDR. It's same like ADR. So if our company is listed on American Stock Exchange, it's called ADR. If American company is going to list here, it is called IDR. So you can invest through that also. These all investment are repatriable basis. That means these investment can anytime can be taken back after paying the taxes. Now, if you are an NRI who want to come back to India, so they can invest in other investment, which I'm going to tell you, which are on non-repatriable basis. That means once you invested, you cannot simply take money abroad. Of course, always not. There is a limit, and within that limit, 2.5 lakh USD, you can take that money every year without asking for that. So non-repatriable basis means not that you cannot take money abroad. The only thing, there is a limitation. On repatriable basis, you can take the whole money at once without any restrictions. I'm going to tell you some investment which you can make investment in India on non-repatriable basis. First thing, you can invest in capital instrument like shares, debentures, preference shares, share warrants issued by a company without any limit, either on stock exchange or outside it. So either a company is listed or not listed. If you want to invest on the non-repatriable basis, that means on permanent basis, then you can invest in any company without any limit. You can purchase domestic mutual funds which has more than 50% equity. As an NRI, you can also invest in non-repatriable basis dated government securities, treasury bills, domestic mutual fund or exchange traded fund, which invest less than or equal to 50% of equity. Now understand, if more than 50%, you can invest on repatriable basis. That means you can take money abroad. If you're investing in a mutual fund, which is a debt mutual fund, or which is investing less than 50% in a equity market, then you can invest in those mutual fund also, but non-repatriable basis. Then you can buy non-repatriable basis, non-convertible redeemable preference shares, debentures. Then you can also buy like non-repatriable basis, subscribe to any chit funds. Then chit funds are not allowed, but if you invest in non-repatriable basis, because then government consider that you have intention to settle down in India maybe one day, so they allow on non-repatriable basis. You can also invest in non-listed stocks, which are not companies or stocks which are not listed, right? You can also invest in businesses like proprietorship, partnership companies, like private limited companies. You can also buy convertible notes issued by startup companies, right? Of course, there are certain regulations. Then you can invest in, as I told you, as a proprietary concern, you can invest. Only thing, you cannot invest in some business which is involved in prohibitory or prohibited business like agriculture, plantation, or farmhouses building. So if except that, almost you can invest in all the available avenues. Some avenues are available on full repatriation basis, some avenues are available on non-repatriable basis. But again, in non-repatriable also, there is a limit provided in LRS. Every year you can take that much money abroad. That's all in this video. If you have more question on NRI investment in India, you can put as a comment in the comment section. Either me or my team will come back and reply on that. That's all in this video. Thank you.